Morning world. Good peoples. How y'all doing on this beautiful, well, I don't know what the weather is like where you at, but where I'm at, in Mind Your Damn Business City, the weather's beautiful. You know, it's very beautiful outside. How y'all doing on this Sunday afternoons? You know, just checking in with y'all. Once again with the Jack and Jen knowledge. Waiting for bro to get on. He always late. And one thing, man, when you got a beard, you gotta watch out with these torches, man. You fuck around and singe all your shit. Wind catch the wrong way. There he is. All right. Okay, waiting on him.
Bro,
okay, there he is.
What's up?
Hey, you hear me?
Yes, sir.
Loaded.
Hey, man, I ain't never late, man. Stop talking shit about me. I heard what you said when you said it.
Yeah, where you at? Just talk.
Hey, I had to get things together, mate. Not me, Vern.
No, I mean, Vern.
Mm-hmm. What's up, brother? First of all,
cheers to you, brother. Cheers to you.
Yes, sir. Mm-hmm. How's everything?
Man, it's beautiful up here. In Mind Your Damn Business City, for everybody that don't need to know where I'm at. You know.
Absolutely.
My movements ain't for everybody.
Right. You don't need to see everything, goddammit.
But I'm I'm sitting in a nice little chill out, clear your mind spot. But you know.
Okay. Yeah. That's what's up. Oh shit. Keep on, brother. I got something.
Okay. But for those that didn't get any of the post or didn't check stories or whatever today, the conversation is going to be about cultural / generational curses. I want to do them both at the same time because I feel like they really, hand in glove, they really lock fingers with each other. So cultural and generational curses, because they go together.
They go hand in hand.
Honestly, they really do go together. And that's what, and it's one of those things, man, since the world's been changing so much, since our parents have grown up, our grandparents have grown up, shout out to you, you still got your grandparents in your life. If the ones that don't, they still here because they're living through you. Now, parents as well. Really feel like the stereotypes, stigmas that have been taught our people culturally and generationally, we're going to have to start attacking those, like head first. You can't you can't raise your kids like we were raised, or like our parents were raised, because we know how our parents were raised because that's the way they raised us. A lot of people get a lot of heat because they're like, "Oh, I don't spank my kids. I don't whip my kids." And he got the circle of death. He just jumped off. But you can't come at somebody about the way they want to parent. I mean, you can, but what's the point? If that's the way they want to parent, that's the way they want to parent. Their kids are different than yours. Their household is different than yours. You can't be. What's the point of feeling some kind of way? You're having some technical difficulties over there. A point of feeling some kind of way just because somebody don't raise their kids, just because you raise your kids. You having some technical difficulties, bro?
Yeah, bro. I don't know what the hell's going on, but we're going to get this thing rolling. I got it straight now.
It's just not one of those things that you need to fault somebody else for. If you don't spank your kids, don't your badass kids over to my house. Just because I don't spank my kids don't mean my kids is bad.
Hello.
I got a big enough voice. My kids are listening. My nephews listen to me. They don't give me no slack when I'm down in Alabama.
Hell no, not a lick of it.
You know, if I hey Jordan, take out the trash. All right.
Okay.
But that's also a testament on bruh. You know what I'm saying? He ain't got to go upside his kid's head. Now, don't get me wrong. I say that to say this. What I mean by that is that if you have a 5-year-old in school and they get up and out of their desk sometimes, or they talk here and there, and your teacher calls like, hey, such and such wouldn't sit down in class today. What 5-year-old you know when to sit all day?
That's number one, bro.
Yeah, I mean,
that's number one, bro.
The punishment has to fit the crime. You can't, just because they got caught talking in school, doesn't mean you need to pull out no extension cord or go get the switch off the tree in the backyard or get your weight belt or shit like that.
Right.
You know, because I done felt that in my life. I didn't like it then, and my kids ain't gonna like it.
Right. Absolutely.
You know,
absolutely.
That's one of the hugest things I think us as a culture and generationally we really need to tighten up on. One of the negative things that we need to tighten up on when it comes down to it.
Yeah. The ass whoopings for absolutely no reason. Like you going to the extreme for okay, so if they can't sit down in class, you continuously get a note from school. Speaking from experience, okay, sit their ass on the wall when they come home because they're continuously doing it. So take their time.
Right.
What they hate. They want to come home and be able to vent out and do everything that they wanted to do. So take their time. So now make it educational.
Right.
Now sit their ass down and make them listen to you read about something in history, or make them watch an old school documentary or a movie that that has some type of message in it that you can kind of teach in the middle of it. They don't want to sit down there and do that at that age.
No, they don't.
They want to take their ass in the room and get on Fortnite.
Right.
Or go outside. You know what I'm saying? But you're taking their time, which is the most important thing. Not an asshole, because I can speak from experience, nigga. 5, 6 years old, I was getting my ass whooped at least once a week. So me and Bruck is a testament to this. You might whoop our ass right now, but now we finna go back and do the same thing.
Because that pain is temporary.
I'm gonna cry for an hour. Finna get on this game, or watch, or look at some, what we used to do, look at damn basketball cards, football cards for a minute, because we couldn't get turn on the TV. We could go outside. So
we're gonna figure it out.
We entertained ourselves, man. Man, the hell with this.
We had, and another thing about that as well is when, like, you spoke of taking your child's time, that's huge. Like,
that's huge.
Like, you about to sit down. Like, ain't nothing to it. You about to sit down.
So back in the day, that's how I know they used to mess up. Back in the day, it used to be go sit in the corner.
Uh-huh.
See, that's like 5-10 minutes. That's just like an ass whooping.
Yep. We're going to forget about the fact that made us do that.
Right.
Now, as soon as we get out the corner, boom, right back to the same thing. You got to take a significant amount of time. When I say significant, no less than 30 minutes. Because 30 minutes for 5-year-olds is a lifetime.
Yes.
Speaking from experience. Speaking from experience. It's a lifetime. So that's one of the generational curses, and cultural curses that I feel like we need to get out of the system, out of the rotation, because we've evolved during our people. And if we see that the progress, any kind of progress is good, got it, don't get me wrong. But when progress is that slow with these same kind of parental upbringings for our kids, what makes you think that it's going to prepare them for the same thing? Then next thing you know, now your grandchildren are going through the same thing.
History repeats itself if you don't fix it.
Yeah,
that's right around the lines, bro, of parents teaching their kids old school ways.
Yeah. You got to cut that out. Now, mind you, like another thing along that line is that you can teach your kids to respect their elders. But once that elder decides to get out of line, I mean, how far is the child supposed to take that respect?
How much would you take it? And see, that's not what parents be thinking about. How much would I take? How much of that shit would I want to just listen to before I say, bitch, look here. Right. You know what I'm saying? Like you gotta understand. Just like when we was in the military, bro. Prime example. We always said once you leave your fold.
There you go again. Like sometimes, you know, these ain't pre-recorded just yet. These are still live until we get everything situated. But along the lines of what he was about to say, I feel like I knew where he was going with it. When you're in the military, you can respect a person's rank without actually respecting the person. You know what I'm saying? So if in the civilian world, if that person's at your job and they are your supervisor or they this level above you, you can respect the position without respecting the person. I've done it. Did it for 11 years. Like, I can respect your rank, but I don't have to respect you. I do not have to respect you as a person at the same time I respect your rank and position. Like, you can kiss my ass when we out of uniform.
Say that, bro.
In uniform, for the respect of regulation, I'm going to give you that.
Mm-hmm.
But at the same time, partner, I used to tell my soldiers this all
the time. Don't fuck me now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You spent more time in your previous life than you have in this uniform. Don't forget who you are. Just because.
Hello.
I'm not saying that, walking to work one day and your supervisor says something to you crazy and your morning ain't exactly went the way you wanted to do and you just haul off and yank them one time. I'm not saying that. But up here, if you on the right verbiage, you can say something disrespectful as hell to them and they not even know it.
It'll fly right over their head.
My brother OJ do it all the damn time.
Oh my God. He's notorious.
OJ will cuss you out without saying a cuss word. He won't say one cuss word, but will cuss you straight out your side. You won't even know it. Because he's learned to articulate like that.
Professionally. Yep.
Right.
Professionalism.
You can professionally cuss somebody out, or you can professionally tell somebody to kiss your ass.
Yep.
Without actually saying that exact phrase.
Right.
So
right.
That's another generational cultural curse that we need to figure out. And I'm talking about it as a whole. Like, this is going to start spreading because it's only going to help us progress so much within a very, very short amount of time. Well, even a long amount of time.
Yeah.
So another thing we need to start setting, and we talked about this last week after we got off live when we were still in Toro Shop. Shout out to her. Sit down and visit for a little bit. Is getting our kids in the mind frame that just because you are working or just because somebody influences you to go to work, it doesn't necessarily mean it has to be a 9 to 5 at Popeyes, McDonald's, Walmart.
That's what Thank you, bro. I wanna make sure we elaborate on this point.
Yeah,
because this is serious, bro. This is real serious. It shouldn't be okay. My baby needs to know the work, the hard work aspect, going to work, hitting, clocking in or whatever.
Right.
I don't believe in it. That's like sending your child to military school to get them disciplined. Like, that's your job.
Yeah.
If you can't do that, what do you think they gonna do? Right. They're not gonna do nothing. So if you can't do it, the world's gonna have to do it. And don't send them to no bullshit. Put them on the right path.
Mm-hmm.
Now, while he's messing up, while he's fucking up, these lessons is still in his head. So as we grew up, those teachings that my dad used to say to us, those lines that moms used to tell us, they come back into play as you get older.
Yeah.
Yeah, we didn't listen then, but now it's yeah, exactly. It's in us though. Mm-hmm. It's somewhere stored back there. I don't know where, but it's a little small gap back there. It's got a little thing. Oh, mom said that shit a long time ago. Right. But if you're not preaching anything, if you're not saying anything, how are the kids supposed to know? Right. But you want to send them to Popeyes
and try to and get taught what?
Huh? Get taught what? How to get a paycheck?
Shit, you can teach them that at the house.
No, you can't if you don't know.
Well, true, but you can go off your own experience and wrap it around the modern world from when you were taught X amount of years ago. I ain't put no dates on nobody, but X amount of years ago, you were taught the earning of $1. They told you the earning of $1, whether you were raking leaves,
right,
with mowing the lawn,
right,
whatever the case it may be, whichever situation you grew up in. I don't judge nobody because everybody's life is their own. But you were taught what $1 meant. You were taught what a hard day's work meant. So you can teach your children that same thing without pushing them into I'm going to say it like this, the lower level workplace at
the same rut.
Right.
The same rut. Yeah.
And you're just recycling. Like I said, you recycle it and you're revolving during the generations that come up behind us.
Yep.
Like that's all from generation to generation what we were taught.
Yep.
What our grandparents were taught. What our great-grandparents were taught. And it's trickled all the way down to us. Now we have to be able to take that knowledge, revamp it, and fit it to the modern day's world.
Bing.
And then give it back to them. You don't have to send kids to a 4-year school. Let's cut that out. Because college ain't for everybody. It wasn't for me. I tried like 3-4 different times.
Hello.
And it wasn't for me.
Hey, our GI Bill for our kids.
Yeah. Don't pass it down. And they don't have to use it. Go to a trade school.
Go to a trade school.
You know what I'm saying? You can get these same certificates and these same documents that kids is paying $40,000, $50,000, $60,000 to get, and then you come out of college and in debt.
And come out of college, don't even use it.
It's hard to. It's hard. Sometimes it's hard to use it.
Yeah, you can't get in your field. The point is for them to go to college to get to their field. But even if you take that route, especially nowadays, everybody knows it's who knows who. I can have a general educational degree, which means nothing. I just went to school and passed a bunch of classes, and I got a piece of paper. That piece of paper, now that I know, my dad is the president of a company. And to be the CFO, the CEO of the company, all I needed was a piece of paper, and I have it.
Right.
You actually have a business degree. But guess who's going to get the job?
Guess who knew who?
And it's always been that way, but because of course, society has to continue to push that narrative. Get the piece of paper, you get that money of the extra job.
And it's because it's money being put in their pocket. That's why they doing that. It's
every single time.
Like, you got to go to a 4-year school for you to work for me. Why? Because you're an alumni from that 4-year school. Now, you're a CEO, a multi-millionaire, you donating so much money back to the school. So through your job, you promoting the school. And not
revolving door.
You promoting everybody's.
Boom.
When you can go to a community college for free, knock out. Okay, so even if you do go to a 4-year school, here's a different plan for y'all. As a freshman, go to a community college. Go to a community college for 1.5 years, 2 years. Knock out all your general courses for free.
Yep.
Knock all that crap out that you just got done doing in high school.
Yep.
Knock that. And this is knowledge somebody gave to me that went to a 4-year school.
Right.
Got a man.
That should tell you a lot right there. That the people that have the education is teaching people how to go around to get
right. Now you go to a PWO or HBCU. PWO for folks that don't know is prominently white you know what I'm saying, organization or college or whatever the case may be.
Mm-hmm.
Or you go to an HBCU and you just knock out the courses for that degree because you got all the other ones done already, and you don't come out with as much debt.
Right.
Versus
if
coming
you
out.
want to go that route. Yeah.
Right. If you want to go that route. And brother's not going to back me up on this. I'm saying anyway. Sometimes you can get these certifications and all this knowledge and stuff like that through the military. You can do it. You do for.
True.
Do for. Save your money. Have your nice little nest egg. So when you get out, make sure you hit the VA in the head and get whatever you can out of them. I don't care what they call you while you in there. You know, profile ranger, sick call ranger. Let them call you
whatever.
At the end of the 4 years, you're gonna have everything documented. Because if it ain't on paper, it didn't happen.
This is something that they're not going to teach you because this is game.
Right.
So, and I'll bet, like bro said, I wouldn't agree. I say this: when you graduate if you're a senior in high school or have a senior in high school that does not have a plan, you know they're not good at school. Maybe they're top notch in sports, but they can't. So, for instance, they're top notch in football. Bro knows this. If we would have went in at 18 instead of going to college, he could have went and played football.
Yeah, professional. Yeah,
he could have spent 4 years in the military and then could have went and joined and could have went to the draft.
Yeah,
because in the military we play football. We have a semi-pro team.
Case in point, I had a partner I was with in Korea. I called him Captain America because that's exactly what the fuck he looked like. He was in the Army for 6 years. Made E6 playing softball for the All-Army team. 3-time gold medalist. 3-time gold medalist for the All-Army team. Made E6 playing softball.
Yeah, softball.
Like
softball.
I wish I knew. I would.
If somebody would have gave us that talk, like, okay, y'all don't like school. Okay, well, to avoid school, come join the military, do your 4 years.
That's it, just 4. Depending on what MOS you pick, but
depending on what MOS you pick, don't go infantry.
No.
But you know what I'm saying? Communications or something like that.
Yeah.
It's easy rank.
Something that's going to transfer into the civilian sector.
There you go.
Pulling triggers.
Something you can learn into.
Because we don't need no more trigger-happy cops around this motherfucker.
Not a one, because that's what they're going to. Veterans is going to be cops because they are allowed to shoot, and they wasn't in the military.
They like cut that shit out. They spent 4, 5, 6 years in the military. Maybe some did 20, and wasn't allowed to pull their trigger. The first thing they do when they get out is go join the local law enforcement just so they can pull that goddamn trigger.
Boom, and they get the job with ease because they're a veteran.
Mm-hmm.
But back to the point. So you take that avenue if you're 18. So you come out at 22 years old. You have, and think of this now, while you're in there, basically you're training.
Yeah. For free, getting paid for it.
You're getting paid to train. Now, that's some bullshit that you're going to go through.
Absolutely.
But I guarantee you, the bullshit that you're going to go through this is at least you're getting paid for it.
Yeah. Versus
the shit that you would go through at college and going to school and trying to keep up the partying that you're going to do. Because we're going to be real with you. You're going to do more partying than you're going to do studying. So you might as well get paid to party.
Right.
And then on top of that, you have a lane to get to the semi-pros or professionally because they do look at military soldiers. They know from 18 to 26, them boys are serious about whatever sport we're playing.
Yeah. And not only that,
and it's real.
The disciplinary part of it. They know if you tell them that we're going to run this play, and this play we're going to, they ain't worried about you veering off course. You're going to do exactly what the hell you told you to do.
Yep.
Because that's how they condition you.
Yep.
I'm going to stop using the word brainwash, but that's how they condition you, is to do what you told without question. I was a question asker, but back to we'll get on that the differences between.
We got a whole other military segment for y'all later on.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? That the difference between our military careers. You got to be able to give your kids options. Let not give them options. Let them know that they have options.
Yes.
Like, you ain't got to go work at McDonald's through high school.
Yeah. No. Hell no.
You need to focus on what you need to focus on. If I was focused on my grades versus working at Sonic, my route would have probably been completely different.
Say that again, bruh. Say that again, bruh. As soon as we started seeing this is what I told Jay, my son. He wants to start making money. I said, okay, son, you see all this that I've started is the only reason I started all this podcast, the businesses that we own or getting into is because of my son. I want him to see that you don't have to go and do what I do every day and go clock in.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So you teach him different avenues. So he wanted to go put in an application at Publix. So I said, okay, son, why would you want to go sweat and push carts when you can pick up this pad, type in on YouTube, because you're always on YouTube, type in how to make money from my phone.
And be done with it.
E-commerce. I said, and then once he said that, I started looking for kids or teenagers that are making money. So I sent him the dude that owns Spurgo, the clothing line.
Right.
He's a 14-year-old millionaire. I sent him there's a dude right now, a 16-year-old. He's making $100,000 a month, bro. Drop shipping, doesn't have any inventory. All he does is sit on his phone and promote. $100,000 a month. His mom, he's hiding the money from his mom. Oh, I'm so right on the subject. He's hiding the money from his mom because his mom wants him to go to traditional school. He said if he finds out, she's gonna make him cut everything off. So he's on. And keep this in mind. This interview, he was on Dave Ramsey's show.
Mm-hmm.
So Dave Ramsey was like, "Oh, hold on, back up. So you just gonna tell me you're making $100,000 a month?" He said, "How much do you have hidden?" He said, "I got about $700,000 in my PayPal." He said, "Right now, I can retire my mom and pay the house off, but she won't let me. She will take all that money and go donate it, and she will make me go to college."
That's stupid. And this is what we're talking about.
Thank you.
You got to be able to read.
Your child is making he got $700,000 saved. He's making $100,000 a month, and some of y'all, this is the mindset that some of y'all have. I want my son to go to college. Why? I get it. You want him to have an education. College is not the only route for knowledge and education.
No.
There's motherfuckers standing on the corner in front of the liquor store that you sit down with for 30 minutes. I guarantee you have learned at least 10 minutes of something. It's been a 20 minutes of jabber, but 10 minutes of that conversation, you learn a shit ton.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So it's not like you have to walk. Somebody said this shit to me, man. He said, "Why the hell would you go send your child to school to send them to a professor that is teaching them something that they don't even apply?"
Right.
You sending them to English class, and the professor is not even an English major. He's not even using English.
Nope.
His profession is to be a teacher. It ain't writing. It ain't literature.
No.
It ain't world history.
No. He went to.
You're not going to explore that.
He went to school to teach. Teach what?
Teach what?
Like this, you learn it just like we are.
Hello.
And that's when it comes down to the simple fact. What that one lady should do with her son is encourage everything he's doing. Like, why not?
And this is I'm not to cut you off, bro, but I'm gonna add to that. This particular moment, that's where us men come in, because his father is not in the play.
Oh, father in the play or not, what she doing is dumb as hell.
True, that is true. That is true. Yeah, father or not, you're absolutely right.
Yeah,
but to add on to it, you know what I'm saying? That's why we have to stand. You know what I'm saying? We have to be present somehow, some way.
Because it's really with digging our kids a hole. I saw a post recently. I don't know if it's true or not. I haven't fact checked it, but saw a post recently where a child got to be 18 and tried to go to apply for a credit card or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
And at 18 years old, their credit was already fucked because one of their parents, I'm not disclosing who or which because I don't want that gender battle underwear. Had took a credit card out in their name when they were like 6. And at 18-year-old, their credit already fucked up. Why? What for? What is
lack of knowledge? Lack of knowledge. And you know what, bro? This is what's crazy. You know what I just learned? Hey, at 38 years old, I just learned if we do get a credit card in our child's name at 6 years old and build it correctly, when that young man, when he turned 18, he wouldn't have never had to apply for that credit card. He would have never had to ask his parent to co-sign for nothing.
My point. He
would have had an 850 credit score right off the bat.
That's
what you get. Yes, sir.
There's ways to do this to where we can set our kids up for success. And 100%.
Yes, sir.
No, I'm not saying that, you as a parent, you put all this money here and you put all that money there. And by the time they get a certain age, they got a few $100,000 in the savings or banking or in stock somewhere. And then you just throw all the money at them and just like, all right, go do what you need. No.
Let them go. No.
That's not what I'm saying.
No.
Is set them up for that kind of failure. I mean, not failure, but that kind of profit. And at the same time, groom them to understand what to do with that profit once they get it. So when they get it, they just don't go stupid with it.
Absolutely.
Because when I was younger, I go cut a yard and get $20. I'm going straight to the store.
Bing.
Instead of putting that money somewhere. But like you said, that's just knowledge that wasn't had back then. Now, us in the age we are, we have the ability, even if you're in your 40s, you still have the ability to put money in certain places. And in 15, 20 years, God willing and the creek don't rise, you still rocking and rolling. Your kids are in a good place. Now,
and you are.
Right. Everybody's good. That generational wealth, and this is another thing, I understand at one time it was kept from. When I say our people, I mean any POC, any person of color. That generational wealth was kept away from us. It's hard. I'm not saying that it still isn't being done, but it's a lot harder for the keep us from us 100%. So whatever the percentage that you can go get it.
Yeah.
Set your kids up. Like I got a house. My kids they ain't worried about buying no house. Because as long as I'm breathing, that house is going to have the last name Raisin on the doggone title.
And even when I'm gone, guess what? They get to walk into a house. They don't have to go buy a house. And guess what? When Lord don't take me, but if it happens, guess what? They're going to walk into a house that they don't have to pay shit for.
Right.
Paid off, no property tax. Everything is secure, set, and free for them. No worries.
And that's absolutely true, Tom. Absolutely 100% true.
Yes, sir.
If we can't teach them, we need to set them up with somebody that we are comfortable with and know. Don't just send them out there to some random ass stranger.
Please don't.
That's just going to set them up to help make that person more money.
Mm-hmm.
With somebody that we know that's going to help them set themselves up.
Yep. Push them, elevate them.
Your folks told me you was a little knucklehead with your money. Sit your goofy ass down so I can go ahead and teach you what this dollar actually means and what it can mean if you use it right.
Right.
These generational curses, people, are what keeping. Oh, the man keeping me down. No, he used to. And I said that they still don't in certain ways. I'm not relinquishing.
They still got us by a hole, but y'all have to understand where there are
the chains can be broken if you have the right knowledge.
Yep.
Now, sometimes it's going to hurt because they say the truth will set you free.
Yep.
I always like to put something on the tail end of that. Yeah, the truth will set you free, but at the same time, the truth may cutting them bonds to set you free.
Yes. It's going to hurt good.
Because there's shit that you're going to want to do. And you look at your doggone bank account and shit, I can do that right now. Don't.
Yep.
Because if you wait and pay cash, or if you wait and you put a ridiculous down payment on that truck or car or that vehicle that you want, and you only have X amount of dollars left on it, it's be faster to pay off. Like, no, I don't need 100% finance.
And yeah, I don't need that. Now, here's half.
Yeah.
Now I'm gonna pay the rest of it the rest of the year off, and now you have a car payment free,
and your credit is going through the roof. Because sometimes it ain't about having a whole bunch of money. Because some people won't take cash. All they want to do is finance.
All they listen to me. Let's break this out too, because everybody think this is a problem. Let me go on and put this out there because I don't think most of y'all don't know about this yet. Stop using your credit. Stop using your debit cards. Everybody stop using your debit cards. Get you a credit card. Now, this is what's going to scare you. This is what's going to push you away. And this is, again, a generational curse. Well, the credit card, the APR on the credit card says 21%. Yes, it does. The reason why it has 21% on there is because people like us that didn't have the knowledge, we get that $3,000 credit card and we max that motherfucker out. And the one thing we do is we pay the minimum.
Right.
$50 a month. So now you're only paying $50 a month on that. So yes, 21% of that $50 because you ain't pay it all the way off. You have to think. It's just like paying your bills.
Yeah.
If you don't pay your bill off, they cut you off. You don't pay your utility bill, they gonna cut you off.
Mm-hmm.
You don't pay your mortgage in a certain time, they gonna kick you out. You don't pay your credit card bill, that interest continues to draw up.
Yeah.
So a little hint for you, a little gem for you. Get you a credit card, and instead of paying all of your bills with your debit card, pay it with your credit card.
Yeah.
Now, the money that you have coming in, which is the money you work for, that money still, that same money is sitting in your debit card, is in your debit now. Now that you're only swiping your credit card, you see how much you're spending a month. Bills, extra shit, gas, groceries, everything. Set credit cards aside specifically for those ranges. And once you get to a point where now you see your debit card that you're not spending, your checking account is collecting money because it's growing. All you're doing now is paying. You're not paying a bunch of bills. Your money, you're not having a whole bunch of shit come out of your debit card.
Right.
Everything is coming from one bill, credit card. So as long as you're swiping, you're getting reward points.
Yeah.
You swipe your debit card, you ain't getting nothing.
Right.
You swipe your credit card, you get reward points. So now, when you want to go buy that Michael Kors purse, ladies, you can go straight to the Michael Kors purse store, swipe that credit card, and it's a free purse.
With some amenities. With some
just a free jump fee.
Now you're getting flight points. Now you're getting travel points. And, you know, and those come in handy for them people that live that life. You know, so generational curses, and I'm going to keep saying it because, and cultural curses as well. And I'm going to keep saying it because it needs to be stuck in the head. Like, repetition. Like, these folks, stop letting your kids walk around sagging their pants. Like, that's dead. that is dead. You know what I'm saying? Stop promoting street cred over reputation, because they're not the same thing. They're not the same thing. Street cred and reputation aren't the same thing. Street cred ain't gonna get no job.
Nope.
Your reputation will.
Street cred ain't gonna get you out of self-employment to get to entrepreneurship or business owner.
Right. Like we got to start putting these
reputation will.
That's just how they dress. Nah, that's how you let them dress. And I understand that you can't control everything your kids do, but you can control how they look when they walk out the house. Now, granted, what they do when they get out the house, I got it. You can't watch them 24 hours a day.
Right.
You can plant these little seeds in their head that will grow eventually. And once it grows for them, that means it's going to grow for somebody else that they talk to, connect to their friends. It's going to connect to their peer groups, the people that they hang out with. Like, growing up, Corey can attest for this, and a lot of people told me this over my time in existence. Like, girl, you always been different. Not that I've always been special, or not that I always stood out. I was just different. I didn't do shit like everybody else.
Yep.
Walking around sagging my pants just for the hell of it. You know,
right.
Walk around with shit, shirts tucked in, everything.
Yeah.
For me in 11th grade, my shirt was tucked in all the way.
Yeah.
All the way. No fluff and nothing.
But see, brother, again, so when we step out now, guess who I called to get fresh?
Right.
Hey, bro. So, hey, what does these go with these? And boom. Hey, bro, this is what you do. This is how you rock.
Yep.
Okay, cool. Bam. That's my designer. If I ever want to get fresh, that's who I call. So whenever I'm fresh, thank him.
I was in Korea when that nigga did that shit when I was in Korea.
Every day. Every Friday, Saturday.
A lot of these kids don't even know what Stay Flow is.
Right. They'll never know what it is, bro. I don't think that's gonna come back around.
I mean, it may never.
I think that's something that we
look. They pants too tight for it to come back around.
Yeah, that's true too. Oh my God, that is so true. You won't be able to fit in them.
You can't crease them jeans with all them holes and tightness and shit in them. Like, come on, man. I was creasing my jeans when they were still mixing flour and water.
That nigga took it back.
You know what I'm saying? So
with the spray bottle, baby.
I mean, I got it. Like, I want this. This is cool. This is what's cool. This is what's cool. I mean, sometimes you got to create your own cool shit. Andre 3000 did it. Sometimes you got to create your own cool.
That nigga was cool as hell, boy.
Yeah, he was cool before when cool wasn't cool.
Man, what?
You know what I'm saying?
And now everybody want to be him.
Yeah. Because he stand out. You know,
but see, he wasn't even different, bro. He was the past. Yeah. He was Earth, Wind, and Fire. He was the George Clinton.
He was Funkadelics.
He was the Funkadelics. You know what I'm saying? That's what he loved. So that's how he wanted to rock. When he said, when I got the chance, that's what I wanted to look like. Mm-hmm. And then you had his partner, just like me and you.
Yep.
You got his partner that liked to, just wear sweatpants, nigga, hair all wild, and don't give a damn.
And it's you know what I'm saying? We got to be able to get to these kids, because if we don't, is the stereotypes, the reason why the people think we are, when I say the people, I'm talking about we the people that wrote that damn Constitution. They continue to think we are what we are. And I'm not saying we're doing this shit to appease or satisfy them at all. Right. Not by any stretch of imagination. But what we need to do is, I'm not saying we need to go back to the days in the 50s and 60s. Every time you walked out the house, you had a full suit on. I'm not saying that either. What I am saying is that for us to be able to get where we want to get as people, because they can come together when another black person or another Hispanic person or another, Latino person or another Asian person gets beat, shot, killed, or whatever the case may be. Now everybody want to come together. But when it seems like everything is fine, you want to resort back to what you used to.
Say that again, bro.
Don't wait. Don't wait. Nobody has to die for us to progress.
Thank
Nobody has to die for shit to change.
Thank you.
You just
Thank
get up one morning and decide the simple fact to yourself or whoever you're with, your significant other, your partner, your peer group, whoever you hang out with, that this shit needs to change.
Boom.
I'm not going to wake up in the morning talking about shit needs to change just because I found out somebody that I know got killed unnecessarily. Well, not all deaths. Let me elaborate on that. When I say unnecessarily, I mean they didn't do anything to be killed.
Right.
Sometimes people do dumb shit and get killed. If you're driving 110 on the interstate and it's raining outside, I'm not saying that's a good death, but I'm saying that was an unnecessary death.
That was unnecessary.
Right.
Yeah.
So that's not what's going to wake me up to make me want to get things to change or put forth my foot or my effort or whatever needs to do to change. I'm doing that shit just because I know it needs to. Because I'm seeing these kids, here it is, 30 plus years later, still doing the same dumb shit because a lot of us as parents have not put forth the knowledge or the information into them.
Mm-hmm.
So they do get 18, 19, 20 years old. It's going to flourish. Like, you're young.
They in the same room.
Yeah, make the mistakes when you're young. And I'm not, nobody's perfect, so you're going to make mistakes all your damn life. But you shouldn't be making the same mistakes at 30 that you were making at 18.
Oh, yes, sir.
You shouldn't be.
Oh, yes, sir.
I mean, because that just means you're being willfully stupid. You're doing the shit on purpose.
There's a big difference.
Yeah.
Yeah. And but see, the willfully stupid is still blaming the system. Yeah. It's still blaming this, it's still blaming that. Like, you still blaming your unhappily marriage on your wife when it's really you.
Right.
Or on your husband because it's really you. Like, stop blaming everybody else and fix you. Yeah. That's when we go back, bro, to the looking into the mirror.
Yeah.
Pull that top drawer out, pull them files out, pull them skeletons out, pull the past out, and let's address it.
Yeah, hell yeah. You got to address it. Because can't nobody fix you but you.
Right.
And it's not going to be and it may be from the motivation of someone around you or something like that. But at the end of the day, it's just going to be you. You're going to wake up and look at yourself in the mirror and be like, come on, man.
Get it together.
Come on. Like,
let's go.
Don't wait.
Yeah. Yeah. We've been doing this for too long. It's time to, stop playing. Yeah. Yeah, absolutely.
Because you've been waiting and it ain't got you no damn way.
Yeah.
You gotta do that shit.
Why creep through the same damn mud when you could just take a step over and get in some grass and walk off?
Yeah, get up, clean yourself off, and keep moving. Stop getting yourself dirty over shit that don't fucking matter.
Right.
And that's the same thing. Not only do we have to do it with ourselves first. Should have started with that, but when you get to talking about people and their kids or their parents are styling their kids, they have a tendency to listen more because what you ain't gonna do is tell me how to raise my kids.
Somebody need to.
Now I understand you in the situation.
Be honest.
I got it. You in the situation. I grew up in a single parent household.
Hello.
Okay, got it. But at the same time,
you know somebody that knows somebody, or you've been around somebody that was in there. You again, brother, go back to your point. We've been down that road. So teach them what not to do in that situation or down that road. It's that simple. Right. So why are we still making it so hard? Right. As a culture, as a whole, man? I don't get it.
The broken home and the black community, African American community, are worst enemy. And I got it. There are times to where whoever you with, you just don't get the fuck along with. Or whoever you had a child by, you just don't get along with. I got that part. It's not always going to be easy. But, there's plenty of people out here co-parenting. If you actually sit down and look at yourself and stop being so fucking goofy and stop well, he did this to me or she did that to me, and the only way I can get back at them is through their kids. Stop using your kid as a goddamn weapon to piss the other person off. Get together and decide how to raise your kids even though they don't live at the same
Mm-hmm.
No, that's something different. Let's stay on topic because I can go on about that shit forever.
Well, what? Yeah, I'm gonna write that down.
So when it comes down to it, raise your kids the way you know they should be raised. Because if you can sit there and tell somebody, well, I don't spank my kids, just because you spank yours doesn't mean you're a better parent. That means you could also sit back and tell yourself that I can actually have my kids parent, whether it's mama or daddy, in their life. Because if somebody can say you need to spank your kids and you won't, that means you have the same courage, the same know-it-all to be able to say, just because someone tells you that you don't need that other individual for your kids to grow upon, or you'd be able to say, no, yeah, I do.
Yeah. A lot of people don't want to hear that, though.
I may not need them, but the child does. Because like the comment you hurt the child more.
Yes, sir.
Than you hurt the parent.
Yes, you do.
Why we can't wrap our mind around that? That's another generational curse that's been going on for decades.
Yeah. No. Hundreds. Hundreds.
Like this.
And it all, but see, that ties into, so we still live that, like you said, history, that Willie Lynch letter is still resonating in us, and we ain't even in it. We was never a part of it. But again, the mom is always going to be protective of her child and protective of herself, because she feels like now she has to be their protector. But you never was born to be that.
Right.
You're the nurturer. So if the child needs nurturing and you know your part is not of what they need their dad, why hold them away?
Right.
Now that's where they're independent. I want to be all
awful,
almost all shit.
And that. But I can piggyback off that just for a split second. Y'all bear with me. I was listening to someone talk about a situation, no names, and everybody, you've seen this situation before, where and I'm like I said, I don't want to create a gender battle. That's not my intention. But for a little enlightenment, not enlightenment, but yes, enlightenment. Excuse me.
Yeah, enlightenment.
That if a mother can be a drug addict, can be a prostitute, hooker, whatever you want to call it, can do all these things. Child services can come take the kids from her. The dad is in the world. So instead of child services just come getting the kid, because they're going through a paternal battle because they awarded her 100% custody because she was fit. So child services comes to get the kids and puts them in the system instead of taking the kids to the
system, to the dad. Yeah.
Because
I don't understand it either.
Some dumbass judge don't give a fuck about either one of them. Went off of she say and went off of he say and awarded her 100% custody.
Yeah. Yeah.
But she gets clean and gets her life together. She doesn't have to fight. She doesn't have to fight the system to get the kids back. People are
one letter.
They be like, "Oh no, yes she does. I know a homegirl." No, her case might be completely different. But when they go back to the next child support hearing or the child custody hearing, why is the dad having to fight a whole legal system just to be able to see his kids, not have custody, just to see his kids? This is a generational shit I'm talking about. Stop fighting an enemy that you think is your kids, but the enemy is really yours.
Yep.
And the only reason why you think the enemy is yours is because of what that person did to me. If he do me, he gonna do it to the kids.
Really? Maybe he didn't like your ass. That might be a thought process that didn't cross your mind. Maybe y'all was the problem. But if he's calling, and we're speaking from a man's perspective because we are men, and we kind of know some history, and seen some people go down this road.
And one day, and when me and bro together again, and we have this conversation, and I'm putting this in the air, y'all followers, please, if you feel like you got 2 cents to $1 on this particular topic, when we have this conversation and we invite somebody in, I don't know who it's going to be, but when we invite somebody in, woman type, female,
female, absolutely.
Don't have something to say now.
Right.
Have nothing to say then when you're actually invited into the whole spectrum.
Right.
So one day it's gonna happen.
Right.
It may not be it may not be the week after that. But one Sunday, we're gonna be like,
we gonna do this.
Me and bruh sitting next to each other. Boop. The invites are open. Who wanna get in here and talk?
Yep.
Don't be like, oh no, they just trying to attack me. No, we're gonna give you all the headspace and time and to say what your experience, what you think, or how you feel the situation should go.
Yeah.
But you're not gonna be able to, and I'm not gonna say you're not gonna be able to change my mind to discourage anybody from jumping in. But what you can't do is sit back and fight the facts that 95% of the legal system, when it comes down to these kids, are geared for the nurture, the woman, the mother, period.
All the time.
We're going to set that up, and we're going to let y'all way in advance. So you can go ahead and get notes together, write down, whatever the case may be. But you know what? And I may be an asshole for saying this, but I'm going to be that asshole today. I didn't have time to get on because I couldn't find nobody to watch my kids.
I'm gonna go get a drink on that one. Yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah, he said it.
And typically my role is not to be the asshole, but I'm extremely passionate about that particular topic. For those that don't know me, I am. But that's another generational curse. That's another cultural curse that needs to be squashed. And I'm not saying that just because I've been through it. I'm saying that just because we are conditioning with that particular generational curse, we are conditioning our kids to be combative towards whoever they have a kid with. We're conditioning our kids to grow up in single parent households.
Pac told us that.
You know what I'm saying? It's stupid. It's dumb. Just because y'all don't live together don't mean that the kids can't see them. But that's another generational curse, a cultural curse that's been going on, like Bro said, for centuries, because that's the way it was set up.
Yep.
Because we feel like if we take one parent out the home for whatever reason, that home is going to fail. Guess what, folks? That shit has been working
for a very, very long time.
But you sit back and when another unarmed POC gets killed, oh, we need to fight this, we need to fight that. Well, you may not be able to fight the big giant, but you can do your part.
You can do your part. You can do. So, bro, let me ask you this. I've been thinking about this for a long time.
Okay.
Like you said, we always get together, even in our culture, we get together for funerals. And me and my partner was talking the other day, and he brought up a valid point. He said, we always get together, and if somebody dies in the hood when they ain't got no money, everybody gets together and hold a fish fry. Make a quick 10 grand, having a lavish wedding, and then it's all over. So my question is, why can we come together for a funeral, but we cannot come together for a grand opening for somebody's business? Like my idea was every month, every week you spend $20, at least $20 on some bullshit.
Right.
So my idea was, okay, every month, 100 of us, or whatever the case may be, can go to one specific person, a black-owned business, a person of color-owned business, person that we know, their own business. We all go there, all 100 of us, or 1,000 people, 1,000,000 people, whatever. Put it this way: everybody that you follow, or that follow us. We got 80 people right now, and we appreciate it. We done got so many more people since we started doing more videos. So we appreciate that. So if all 80 people, think about it, all 80 people spent $100 at a store once a month at one of our people's store, and everybody shared it and followed it, posted it. One day, one weekend out of 1 month, we go visit somebody's store and spend $100.
Yep.
Look at the turnaround just in our circle alone.
I'm gonna tell you like this. The graduate and undergrad chapter of Sigma Gamma Rho in Clarksville, Tennessee, do that shit all the fucking time from Austin Peay.
See?
They go flash mob a business.
Hey, shout out Tammy. Tammy do the same thing.
Right.
Tammy she started that Clarksville mob thing. So that man. Hey, look, that's what I want to do, man. For real, we gonna do that.
Yeah, even if it's like 10 to 15 of them, they go in there.
Yeah.
Spend a dub, maybe 30 if they really like what the hell you got. Shit.
Exactly. And even if I don't like what you got, I'm not going to spend no money. I can do a donation, but I can always post and share their shit, because maybe I don't like it, but I know I know 1 of the 1,000 people that follow me like it.
Yeah. Like Willie said. I like the way you got that lined up like that. But somebody gonna damn like it.
Somebody gonna like it, man.
That like it, bitch. In his day, that like it. Somebody gonna
exactly.
Like it.
Somebody gonna like it.
And you ain't got to jump in when they do it. Just create something.
Yeah.
Create something.
Yeah.
Say if we did that at Brush Up.
The first spot, dead ass. No, that needs to be the first spot. The first weekend that we start our Jack and Jen Knowledge fundraiser rally, whatever the fuck we gonna call it. Yeah. The first show, the first time we do it it's gonna be with bruh.
Yeah.
We're gonna do it at bruh.
I mean, because I look at it like this: if you can go online and buy that $200, $300, $400 purse or cup, candy clutch, whatever, you can go buy them. Like, why you can't do that for some people that you actually know? And you
know it's gonna benefit.
Half the time, you don't even know what that motherfucker look like.
Bing.
But you'll go on this website and spend $300-$400.
Even think about this, bro. This shit is hilarious to me, bro, about our culture. Remember, we was all about Tommy Hilfiger, and then we found out how he really feel about us, and now all of a sudden, he pops right back up in our culture because we forgot.
Right.
And nobody's speaking up and saying anything. Ain't that some but we cancel Sean John. We don't rock FUBU no more. Because our own now.
They was charging too much. When's the last time you saw somebody with some bow jeans on? Because they charge too much. Where's my discount? Because I'm black just like you. Cut that shit the fuck out.
Thank you. Curse. A curse.
Another.
Instead, just like back in the day, I'm not going to go to the black-owned grocery store because they cost such and such dollars for some sugar. They cost $1 for some sugar. I'm going to go down the street to the white folks area because they're 75 cents. Like, bitch, give me the extra 25 cents. You know what we doing over here. And you know how hard it is for us to get it out of the mud over here. So just support. And if you don't want to support, move the fuck on. Stop talking about it, though. Don't talk down on the business because you got to go in there and spend $100 for some drops. You finna go right down the street and spend $100 for an eighth.
Right. Not only that, how much is your prescription costing through that insurance you think you have?
Ooh, bro, don't do that. Don't do that.
I'll backpedal. Lies. No, I don't. Because what came out of my mouth, I'm going to stand on. You
damn right.
spend $40, $50, $60 at a black-owned shop, and you sit here taking all these pills. I don't take
spending $400-$500 a month.
I don't take
on pills.
I go down to the drug shop, get me a 5-pack of that pre-rolled red, and take my ass to sleep. But y'all walk up in Walmart and Kroger's and get that little big ass capsule box of melatonin when you don't even know how much or how many of them you gonna have to take.
You're supposed to take
sleep. 1 and 2, just you don't know what's all in there. Half the words on the
you don't know what's in there.
Goddamn pronounced.
Thank you.
But you'll sit back. Oh, I'm vegan. I'm organic. If I can't read it, I won't eat it. But you're taking pills from pharmacy. You have no idea what's in there. Shut y'all lying asses up. Get your goofy ass down somewhere and think about what the hell coming out your mouth.
Straight up, bruh. For real, man. Hey, bruh. I don't know, man.
Because as soon as somebody holds you accountable for what you got to say, now you stuttering and shit.
Yep.
Ask me. Yep. Look, if you ask me a question today and ask me a question 2 weeks from now, guess what? That answer is the same. Because I don't have to remember the truth.
Yep.
But you can forget a lot because that shit ain't reason. Now you got to come up with another one. Like motherfuckers ain't listening to your goof ass. Catch me in a lie, you caught me in a lie. But it's very rare.
Very rare.
I ain't gonna say now in my younger days.
Oh yeah, oh shit. Boy, what? I said what now? I don't remember that.
Look, I'll tell you a lie just because the wind was blowing. I will tell you my grass is orange all day. Just cause.
Just cause.
What color is the sky?
No reason. I mean, have no reason to tell that lie. None. But we just did it just because.
Just because it's not going to hurt me to tell the truth. Just tell a lie.
Just tell a lie.
And there's a lot of people on this earth that can attest to that. Hey.
Yeah. You better stand on the truth, man. Yes, there's going to be some people that, and I think a lot of people lie because, for one, they don't want the repercussions from it, from telling the truth. They don't want to feel that burden or whatever it is they need to really let out.
Yeah.
They don't want to feel that. Like, oh, she's not, or she or he's not gonna like me. He or she ain't gonna want to be around me. Whatever the case. Crazy. Me and Jay was talking about it last night. His cousin is dating a chick that he don't like. And Jay want to tell her.
I just don't like it.
Like, hey, my cousin don't like you, man. Look, it just ended. So he was like, Dad, what should I do? And I was like, man, look, sometimes you have to be uncomfortable to make your family comfortable.
Yeah.
You have to be uncomfortable.
Yeah.
Because it's not going to be a comfortable setting. You're not going to talk to them for a while. They're not going to like you. But at the end of the day, they're going to see what you was doing was all for the betterment of them.
Yeah.
It had nothing to do with me. I'm looking outside looking in. I actually know who you are. You know what I'm saying? I know your mannerisms. I know what you love. I know what you don't love. Right. I know what you like. I know what you don't like. I know what you love to do. I know what you don't like to do. And if she isn't around where it's everything that is toxic as hell and you don't like none of it, hell yeah, because now you're going to mess up our relationship.
Right.
So that's what I told him. I said, man, tell her. Tell him that you are going to tell her. Let him know that you're going to say something. Put him on game first.
Yeah, y'all going to bump heads. Because me and Courtney,
you gonna bump heads.
And just for the people that's still hanging out, or for people that's going to watch this a little bit longer, like the topic of discussion, if you haven't watched this before, has been concluded.
Yes.
Points and that mission have been put out. Check this, check that, and check this. Now it's the random bullshit that usually happens when me and bro together. Because clearly this topic has absolutely nothing to do with generational or cultural curses. But at the same time,
No. Actually, yes, it does.
It can, because
if you tie this in with, think about the girl. The girl is either getting that emotional fix or the emotional connection from A, her mother, or B, television. And what is she watching? Love and Hip Hop. Reality.
Girlfriends. And if anybody's ever seen that show, none of them bitches are friends. None of them like each other for real. If you actually really sit back and diagnose the dialogue
and watch the show,
look, I was watching that shit, and I'm like, these bitches don't like each other. They using each other. You know, see, now you really going back and thinking about it, because that shit hits in the head. It's all
that's so true.
Every last
that's so true. Just like living single. Who's single?
None of them. Not one.
But you know what? It was such a popular show that white people had to mimic it.
With Friends. Just in case y'all don't know that, go back and do your goddamn research.
Mm-hmm.
Go back and do your goddamn research.
Mm-hmm. A little history lesson for y'all.
That's exactly where Friends came from. Was living single.
Living single.
All right.
Yep.
Don't believe us.
Yep.
Don't believe us. That's exactly where that shit came from. And I hate that. Friends. I hate it. Because you got 4 or 5 women. 4. One of them got baby daddy issues. Women, stop me if I'm wrong. One of them got baby daddy issues. One of them got not stuck up, but bougie black girl issues that ain't never went to Dodgers in their life. And then you got the crazy one that really don't know what to do with her life, bouncing back and forth, doing whatever the fuck she want, because she light-skinned and she can get away with that shit.
Hey, she was hanging out in a Dynamic 6 with the NCOs. I hate you, man. You talk too much.
You know, and you got the one that feel like she got it all together, but she's the worst off out of all of them, because I'm so strong and independent, a man can't keep up with me.
Oh my God! Oh man, it's so true.
You got the token male.
Yep.
That they want to run. They want to run his life and turn him into the person that they want to get with. And when he bucks against the system, they get mad and kick him out. 2 episodes, he back at the house being friends again. Come on, man. They had to get that idea somewhere. That shit's real life.
Yep.
That shit's real life.
Yep.
As soon as one of them female find out that the other one trying to get out the dude that they trying to mold, now the whole group in an argument.
They all fight.
Yeah. I'm not.
Yep. That's why I watch Fresh Prince. That's why I watch Martin.
Right. I was watching Martin last night. God damn it.
Give me a different perspective.
Yeah. Yep. Either way, that's the way it is.
Oh, so while we on this culture curse, bro, let's I'm a kind of swing something back around.
Okay.
So I know it's been a while. It's been a long while. People ain't even talk about it no more, but we'll sneak it in this one. Cause we talking about kids, Cam Newton.
Mm-hmm.
So with the little dude that was mouthing off at Cam Newton, I ain't heard nothing about it no more, of course. But parents, you see this young man, and I seen a lot of parents that was bashing Cam Newton. But yeah, bro, like they was like, why are you talking to that little man like that? You're a grown man. You shouldn't be interacting with people like that. And then so I had to, like, it was one that was around me that said it. And I had to, like, sit them down and say, look at this. Look, understand this. For one, he's a competitive man, number one. Number two, he's a black man, which means he's a jokester. We all are. You put us in a circle, and you try to pinpoint something on us, and we know we got your ass.
We're gonna fire back.
Oh, game on, baby. Now, like we talked about our older brother OJ, it could be a different delivery because in that situation, Cam was professional compared to what I would have did to little buddy. I would have embarrassed the hell out of him. And I'm going to tell you why I would have embarrassed
him. He needed it.
Thank you, bro. Thank you.
He needed to sit down and be humble.
And the way we would have humbled him, we would have been ridiculed on TV, but I don't care because it would have been a learning lesson for him.
Right.
Because see, now we're talking about the same sport. You're going into something that I'm already a professional in.
That I'm doing it.
So I would have approached little buddy. Hey, what position you play? Let's stop all this mouthing. Bring your ass.
Right.
Come on this field.
Yeah. Because clearly he ain't. Because whatever school little buddy at, he might be the hottest thing, and he ain't got a good lesson in humility.
Boom.
And that's exactly what
he ain't been slapped. He ain't been slapped in the mouth yet.
Nah.
Yeah, he ain't been slapped in the mouth.
Nah. I'm like, look, and I'm gonna say this. When it comes down to like certain situations like that, I mean, just because you at the top of the trash bin, don't mean you ain't trash.
Ooh.
Just because you ain't at the bottom and been sitting there since last pickup, you may be the new bag that just got put in there before trash pickup comes. That don't mean you still ain't trash.
You still in the trash.
Just because you feel like you're the best thing, and there's nothing wrong with confidence. Nothing. But there's a fine line between confident and arrogant.
Yes.
Just because you the best thing where you are at doesn't mean you are the best at what you are doing.
Right.
There's levels to this shit. It don't matter what level you're on. Just because you're the best at flipping burgers at one McDonald's don't mean you're the best burger flipper at all the McDonald's. You know, there's other ways you can slice that goddamn pie. But what the man needs to realize is that you are talking to someone, you're talking stupid to someone that's trying to give you the doggone GPS directions to where you want to be. Because why? He is there already.
Thank you. For somebody that wants you to get there. This is Cam Newton.
Cam goddamn Newton.
Thank you. He can charge anything for any camp. This is a free camp. The shirt that you are wearing came from the same person that you are bashing. That bag that is on your shoulder came from the same.
Got my goddamn name on it. Your cleats, your shorts, your shirt, your gloves, all of it. Under Armour.
Everything.
Guess who's sponsored by Under Armour? Cam Newton. Like, that whole situation really had me hot because I wish I could have gotten into a camp like that when I was his age for free. You, as a young kid, is telling this man that he is a broke free agent. Then how did he self-finance this whole goddamn camp?
The fact that, the fact, even if it wasn't sports, the fact that you approached an adult like that, you felt the confidence to approach an adult like that, that's where society is now.
Yeah.
You feel confident enough to approach Cam Newton and tell him that he's a broke free agent, even though you know you're at his camp.
Yeah. If that's how you feel, take your stupid ass off. Drop everything that I done paid for And you can't. That means you're telling me you can't learn nothing from me.
That's what you're telling me.
So go ahead and get the hell out.
Yeah, I see. Go some. Yeah.
Go find some Western.
So go. So since I'm broke, go get your knowledge from your high school coach.
Right.
since that's who you're gonna listen to anyway, right. Go down there and listen to him. Then.
And
but I guarantee you,
high school coach, because if you ain't listening to Cam Newton, he sure the fuck ain't listening to them people that's trying to coach him up.
Boom.
Hell, I was
true.
He talked like that to his own coaches.
Yep.
And you know the time crazy to people that are trying to help your goofy ass. And that's what, like you said, that's what these generations upcoming are doing, because we haven't, as parents, taught them better. He got to be talking to his parents that way.
Yep.
He got
to, bro. Or he's doing what we talked about last time, showing face.
Yeah. So
when he go home, he put on that. Relating to a movie, ATL.
Mm-hmm.
Nunu. Nobody knew Nunu was rich as hell.
Right.
But she go hang out with T.I. and them. She want to be in the hood.
Right.
Face. So he probably going home, prep. I got, I'm good, straight A. But he is from Florida, so it might be a different story. But still, somebody made you write that letter. Whether it's your mama or your dad, somebody made you write that.
You didn't do that shit because you wanted to.
So you listening to somebody at home.
Yeah.
But like you said, and he ain't listening to coach.
No.
But the one person that has the tickets, not only to get you to the next level, but to get more people to look at you.
Right.
That scene that you made your stock go down versus going up.
Prime example of the same situation. Justin Fields. He went to one of Cam's high school camps. Did the right thing. Said the right things. And he showed his ass without talking. Next thing you know, he went to one, I don't care what girl say, he went to one of the greatest football teams in college. I don't care what you say. I don't care what you say. He kissed my ass. He went to one of the greatest college football teams historically, not just like within the past 10 years or so, but just historically, period. Showed his ass there. See, don't go fall asleep.
I'm saying he did show his ass. He was gonna show his ass anywhere he went. He just so happily to play in a cupcake league. But I got you.
Cupcake.
Hey, if JT Barrett, who is this year's Trevor Lance, am I right?
JT Barrett.
Trevor Lance. It's Trey Lance. The quarterback that's getting drafted this year.
Trevor Lawrence.
No, Lance. The North Dakota State boy, the boy that threw for 30 goddamn passes. No, I'm saying he is this year's JT Barrett. Now put this in perspective, bro. He is this year's JT Barrett. He had the same numbers as JT Barrett.
Okay.
But he's in the top 5, but JT Barrett wasn't.
Fair. But
he still sucked.
He better than them.
I know, he's sorry. But Justin Fields is the truth.
And he went through the same damn camp.
Yes, he did.
Everybody can, and that's that whole, well, we grew up in this, we grew up in that, we don't get the same opportunities. In certain situations, that is absolutely true. But this is a prime example of where,
when an opportunity presents itself, we fuck it up.
Because, and there's a quote right now, I saw it just a couple of days ago. People are scared of opportunity sometimes because the work to get through that opportunity looks like coveralls and boots.
Oh.
It's not a...
Oh, I like that one. Yeah.
You ain't nothing like that. I be trying to Be careful when you walk past that old man that wears coveralls every day. That man got more money in the bank than you could ever fucking imagine.
That farmer that you've been walking past so many years, oh man, he in the field every damn day. He own that field, player. But that person that you highlighting, that you loving, that corner that he's sitting on, selling all those drugs, guess what? He doesn't own that corner.
He don't own shit. He do.
Yeah.
Just saying.
Yep.
Let that simmer. Let that swim around in your head.
Let that marinate.
Let that simmer. And put it on the grill. Let it marinate good. Hear me? And hear me and hear me good. Let that shit marinate. Don't put that shit on the grill yet. Because it's easy to regurgitate information.
Yeah.
But don't it come with a little bit more value when it go in your ear and you let it swim around first?
Yes.
And then you let it come back out to somebody else. Come on now.
Yes.
Don't quote shit you don't understand. Don't regurgitate information you don't understand.
Right.
Hold on to that shit for a couple of days. Because when you buy
let it process.
Because you buy meat from the store and put it right on the grill, and it ain't gonna taste as good unless you marinate that shit for a couple of days. Let that chicken marinate.
Guarantee it.
Let that chicken marinate. Let that rib marinate. Let that pork shoulder and that brisket marinate first. Y'all microwave generation motherfuckers need to sit the hell down. Y'all need to learn how to slow cook.
Yeah, get it overnight.
Y'all need to learn how to slow cook some shit.
They can't, bro. It's got to be, you know, the TV show starts in a minute. We've been doing this. The TV show starts at 8. We got home at 5. We've been doing this until 7:45. Oh shit, the show coming on. What am I gonna cook? I'm gonna throw this goddamn raw chicken in the microwave.
Within them 3 hours, your ass could have been cooked, sat down, ate, and everything else.
What?
I need to sit the hell down.
Yep. They can't, man. They can't, bro. It's not in them. They don't want that. They feel like when they sit down and they're not doing anything, which they're really not, but they feel like they're not doing anything. They feel like they're wasting time. Well, jackass, you've wasted 2.5 hours scrolling at everybody else's problems,
right,
or success, depending on, how many times you scroll.
But ain't absorbing shit.
But nothing. And you just made Facebook and Instagram so much money because you scroll.
Right. Better figure it out. Figure it out. We're gonna do our part, folks. Just throwing that out.
We're gonna help.
Do our part.
Mm-hmm.
We're gonna
whether you want it or not.
Yeah, absolutely. And at the end of the day, people can't stand Jake Paul. That motherfucker just made $1 billion in 5 minutes. People couldn't stand.
People can't stand. I was getting ready to say the same thing, bro. People can't stand Floyd Mayweather, but you will pay $60 damn to see if he gonna get knocked out.
If he gonna, Floyd ain't get knocked out.
It's always I'm finna order this one because this gonna be the one. Canelo gonna be the one. Mayweather gonna be the one. McGregor gonna be the one. Jake Paul gonna be the one because he's 40. He's 50 years old. He ain't gonna. Okay.
Let me explain something to y'all quick. If y'all was that kind of special to think Floyd was about to lose to Buddy, if you better get Floyd,
hey man. Hey, I don't get it. I don't get it, bro.
Because McGregor made enough money to lose that fight. That's all I got to say about it.
He's retired twice. This should let you know how much money this man has.
Yeah, he came back to the MMA just for the fun of it. Floyd done set that man up for success. Because you want to know why? Because regardless of how much success McGregor has had in his own sport, he learned from someone because he knew he wasn't at the top of his life. He may have been at the top of his profession, but he wasn't at the top of his life. And
this man had came up with, he's got more businesses here and back home, bought more businesses for his people back home off of one fight. And what bro just said, he learned that from some man, please. You going to Mayweather for a reason. Pacquiao owns his country now, people. He's been fighting for 20-some years.
Okay, we'll wait and let y'all get a hold of that. We'll wait.
Bruh, like,
we'll wait.
It's you can blame Floyd for everything or whatever fight, whatever the case may be. But as a businessman, he has been trying to put his people on. He's been trying to put boxers on. He learned all of this business-wise from Jay Prince. If y'all don't know, you need to pick the book up. But his first promoter, his first manager was Jay Prince, the owner of Rap-A-Lot, the man that created Ghetto Boys. Yes, that same person created Floyd Mayweather.
Just saying. Because Floyd...
He left...
Floyd, yeah. He couldn't sit there and... No, not that he knew. He didn't want to keep sitting there getting punched in the head. It's very rare that he ever did, granted.
Very rare.
But he wanted to walk away because all it takes is that one punch.
That's it, bro. One punch and you're a wrap. You're a wrap.
For any sport, all it takes is that one sport. And you're done. Now, granted, the progression in modern medicine, got it. Because they keep dumping a whole bunch into modern medicine. And because another thing y'all need to understand is there's more money in the cure than there is a treatment. Get over yourself. You can recover from an ACL in less than a year. The same injury that took Bo Jackson out of professional football is the same injury that Tua Tagovailoa suffered his last year at Alabama, and he's playing less than a year later. I got it. But there's always something that's there. And you always want to put your money where it needs to be, put your mind where it needs to be, because just because you get to the top of your profession, you never get to the top of your life. Because if that's the case, these multi-millionaires ain't still trying to make money. I'm like, all right, I'm going to make $30 million and I'm going to chill out for the rest of my life. No. Them cats are still trying to make millions by the day. Stay focused on your life, folks. Because your life is more important than these people's lives. Your life should be more important to you than the people's lives online. Like, if they got the bank account that you want, now if you're following or watching them for that particular content, by all means. But if you are enjoying their life more than you are enjoying your own, I feel like, you know what I'm saying, there's a little bit something off by that. You know, so just think about it and look at it that way. When it comes down to certain things, there's nothing wrong with making sure you're taking care of yourself. Because I said it and I say it again and I said it before and I'll say it again. Self-preservation is your job when you wake up in the morning. You indirectly are taken care of through you. If you got folks that are around you that rely on you, they are taken care of indirectly through you. Your job is self-preservation. Because at the end of the day, what can you do for them if you ain't no good? Think about that. Hold on to that. Your number one job is self-preservation.
Yes, sir.
Keep that in mind. Let that marinate. Don't ever put that on the grill because you don't ever want to let that go. Keep that in mind. Because like that video bro sent me this past week, what I give you, I keep. And can't nobody take that away.
No matter how much money, how material shit that I give, what I do give you.
Yep. And check y'all. And on that note, folks, a beautiful Sunday afternoon. I'm gonna go enjoy it.
Yes, sir.
Everybody else should do the same.
Yes, sir.
Think about your life, not in the negative. Don't ever think about your life in the negative. Stop saying to yourself, shoulda, coulda, woulda. Start saying to yourself, what am I gonna?
Yep. There's no failures. There's no mistakes. There are lessons.
Right.
Learn from your lessons. Push forward. Be great. You can be great. God made you to be great.
And I look at it like this. Even the word fail, look at that word, those 4 letters, as an acronym.
Mm-hmm.
First attempt in learning.
That's going to be a shirt soon, too, so y'all know.
There it is.
It's coming soon.
Hey, and look, telling you, we love you guys. I don't have to know you to love you. And if you don't believe that is a true statement, watch the movie V for Vendetta.
What? Hey, boom. That's a good capitalization, brother.
That's it.
Should forgive.
Brother, I'll see you soon.
Already?
Well, y'all take it easy.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to holler at y'all.